So you want to know about the Waterdeep Dragon Heist adventure, but don't have time to read the book or never learn to read in the first place. Well, then let me explain it as quickly as I can. Spoilers, obviously. Introduction. Everyone that's important in the city of Waterdeep is looking for a rock that holds the location of a corrupt politician's gold hoard and that hoard's dragon protector. That everyone includes the party of player characters. At least eventually it will, but first the players need to play medieval Sims and you need to like this video. That everyone also includes a deranged eyeball with a fish, rich people that worship the devil, a ship captain in disguise as a ship captain, and an antisocial wizard clone. At least it would include them all if the adventure didn't have the dungeon master choose only one, throw out the rest, and add in some seasoning. No matter what seasoning is selected, a few factions will always be added to the mix. These include a boys club with carnival ships, nature-loving forest rangers and undertakers, spec ops soldiers, nerds against tyranny, the government, cops for God, the evil criminal gang, and the less evil but still criminal gang. Chapter 1, A Friend in Need. The player characters start in the yawning portal, but not that yawning portal. Well, yes, that yawning portal, but not that adventure. Before the adventure can begin, though, you'll need to sit through an in-game advertisement for a different Wizards of the Coast product. Once that's over, the party can go to a not very secret hideout to rescue a man that lost his own look-alike contest. The party can then go to another hideout to save the guy that won that look-alike contest. In this hideout, there's a mind flayer that could kill everyone in the party by thinking at them too hard, but instead it'll just casually glide by. If both men are saved, the party is rewarded with a haunted house. Chapter 2, Trollskull Alley. The party's haunted house is actually a haunted tavern that can be reopened so the player characters can learn about taxes, regulations, and rat-based slander. The neighbors include the coolest and hottest gay blacksmiths, a tiger detective that works for exposure, and a gold dragonborn that will let characters copy his mage homework. While running the tavern, party members will be accosted by all the local factions trying to give them missions. These missions range from stealing a handkerchief to attending a fancy party to quite a bit of murder. Chapter 3, Fireball. A fireball just exploded and it's time to investigate. Oh, wait, no. A non-player character has arrived and taken over the investigation. Ignoring that character completely, the party can talk to some people, find a necklace, and go to a temple that has a robot which built an umbrella to find other robots, which is great because the party is looking for another robot now. The party can then track this robot to a villa. Instead of entering the villa, they should tell the city guard where the robot is because, again, NPCs have taken over this investigation. Oh, but this villa leads to the rest of the adventure. Well, ignore those NPCs. Have the player characters head inside and oh wait, the robot is gone and there's a bloody battle over there and the city guards just showed up and probably wants to arrest the player characters for trespassing. Why are the player characters disrupting this non-player character's investigation? What are they doing here? Trying to play D&D? Chapter 4, Dragon Season. Time to hunt down that robot and never mind, it's just in some garbage and it's not important anymore, but it did have a map to the next part of the adventure, which is nice. Also, here's a side note on how to railroad this chapter in case the DM wants the players to hate them. Speaking of railroads, it's time for a linear chain of encounters that has one contrived escape after another where the party better not fail any of the checks to find the next plot point. Depending on what seasoning the DM chooses, this chain can include an alley, a dock with a treasure hunting crab, a street chase, a graveyard that may or may not have a surly treant, a rooftop chase, a theater troupe reenacting Curse of Strahd, a tower with flying snakes or not so flying swords, a legal or illegal jailbreak, a sewer tunnel with at least one small beholder, but possibly a disco beholder, and a windmill full of commoners, cultists, paintings, or corpses. Once the party gets through those encounters, they can talk to a rock to learn where the gold hoard is and what is needed to open it. Finally, it's time for the heist. First, the door. 3 layers of magical locks, uncrackable, even by the best. We're gonna need a beardless dwarf, a drunk elf, and a unicorn to get it open. Then well, that's all we know about beforehand, so it's gonna be less of a heist and more of just exploring a dungeon that has some puzzles. Wait, we also know there's a dragon in there somewhere, which at our current level would kill us all, so I guess we just avoid that. If possible. After getting the gold hoard, the party just needs to fight anyone waiting for them outside the vault, and they're home free. Except they'll only be able to keep a 10th of the treasure and will be forever accosted by those looking for a handout. Which is pretty much what real-life lottery winners go through, except the lottery winner didn't have to fight a dragon for their prize. Now you know about Waterdeep Dragon... Oh, hang on. What do you mean that's only half the book? It literally said adventure conclusion and stated what level characters should be when they end the adventure. Alright, hold on, let me go back to the voiceover. What? I think they know how to do that already. Yes, and how to click the bell. Now let me finish this video I already thought was finished. Chapter 5, Spring Madness. Time to go to Xanathar's house and start a planned demolition or steal a fish that has died a few times, but don't tell its owner that. In Xanathar's house, the party can join a tournament, clown with riddles, find a minotaur fetish chamber? Enter a surveillance room that communicates via tuba, swim in a pool of intellect devourers, behold the dust of dead beholders, and ignite a secret room filled with enough gunpowder to make Guy Fawkes blush. Chapter 6, Hell of a Summer. Victoro and Amalia Castle-Lantern decided infanticide was preferable to bankruptcy, so they agreed to give the souls of their children away to the literal devil for some money. The couple realized this was a terrible deal, I assume because money can't buy you happiness, at least when it's soaked in the blood of your own children that are now in hell. To save their children, all they have to do is kill 100 people and give up 1 million gold coins, which is about 98 more people killed than children saved, but then again, the last deal was killing children for money, so the Castle-Lanterns aren't that good at recognizing bad deals. If the party finds out about this plot and decides to stop it, they can head to the Castle-Lantern Villa. Once in the villa, the party can encounter a doppelganger butler, sound jars, a mannequin dance partner, a red book that can be read if someone has bled, a chained devil chained after a deal with the devil, and a butterfly garden. Past all that is a false vault, a real vault, a temple to Asmodeus, mostly used for gossiping or drinking, and the ghost of a sad grandpa hoping the party will beat the devil out of a statue. Chapter 7, Maestro's Fall. Jarlaxle Bainray, a leader of drow spies in a definitely legitimate, not criminal city, is in Waterdeep with 3 ships filled with dudes disguised as other dudes, and a submarine disguised as nothing since it's under a ship. Each ship is the same except for the amount of flammable parade floats, caged circus animals, and sexy times that are on board. The submarine is different in that it has none of those ship things. Instead, it has a diving suit, a box of robot spiders, dudes with guns, and a place that does not do well when subject to gunfire, and gnomes. If the party wants something to do around here, they can watch a totally normal parade, catch an escaped polar bear from that parade, and wonder what possible reason they have for being here. Chapter 8, Winter Wizardry. Bad wizard man Shun is dead. His clone, however, is alive and needs money to buy friends. The clone stays in Kolat Tower, which is surrounded by a magic force field that must kill a lot of birds. Inside, there's a cook that would like an honest critique of their stew's ability to kill you, a spell book disguised as flump smut, a sleepy demon boy, and a chest containing fantasy dwarf Google Translate. In the clone's extra-dimensional sanctum, there's a purple haze all around, and a snow clone that offers a guided tour straight into a gong trap. Past that is a snow clone machine, a brazier that self-destructs if it's described, and the wizard clone himself. Chapter 9, Volo's Waterdeep Enchiridion. This chapter is a travel brochure with lessons on history, law, economics, urban development, unions, the nobility. I'm starting to understand why this was put at the back of the book. Learn about the city's wards, which include the rich people ward, the poor people ward, the really poor people ward, and the farmlands. Also learn of the mini city holidays, which include effigies, pyres, and candles. It's a marvel the city hasn't burned down yet with all those open flames. At least the massive murder statues are resting right now, otherwise the travel brochure might need a pretty big addendum. Now you know a little bit about the adventure Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Like, subscribe, bell, comment,